Everybody, welcome back to Terra Firma Crafts Season 6, Episode 21 with me, Sid. And I've just been preparing for today. There's a little bit more I need to do. So thank you in the comments. And again, I haven't got the comments loaded on screen, so I can't say thank you specifically to an individual, but you know who you are, for pointing out that cut grain has a significantly longer shelf life than uncut grain. So yeah, that's a thing. I just had to throw 18 uncut wheat away, which was a little bit sad. Because obviously I do need to familiarise my animals over here, and I want to get this kind of going as a morning thing. So we got a horsey. And so you are not familiarised, you are not familiarised, you are not familiarised, but you are you locked? Or I think that must be locked. So let's get this and go 1, 2, and a 3. And then let us get a bucket of milk while we're at it. Because we're going to have to, well, this lot all need familiarising. So that's a thing we are going to be doing. This episode, I want to try and get my drawbridge done this episode. And I need to do it in such a way that, enjoy those fishy, that mobs can't exploit it. Now, I also want to just go over here and check what's what, because I think we're going to have to harvest this lot or harvest what we can, because I'm conscious we are getting closer to winter, and I don't want to come back and find everything popped off that I could have harvested. Now we've got the ice cellar, it's not as much of a problem. So, you know, we've got lots of that and lots of that. You are not ripe. I don't think they're ever going to get there. They are still growing. That's growing. Those are not there. Those are getting very close, as are those, but I'm going to... That onion is mature, so we'll have it. That's mature, so we'll have that. That rice is probably never going to grow here. I suspect we just haven't got the right climate for it. That's still growing, and that's still growing. We might as well grab what we can from these, if we anything that we can grab. Ow. And we'll leave those and hope we go. Now, my plan for the next growing year is to experiment a little bit. Now, there's a few people have suggested using rustic apiaries, and I can definitely go with that. But the problem is rustic apiaries add growth ticks, and I don't think... And again, this is only based on my previous experience. I know it wouldn't work on 1.7, because the 1.7 crops definitely do not have things. These has got some... I mean, even... I don't know how long those will last in here, but that's fine. I'm going to stick you away as well for now. Yeah, so we've got kind of a thing of things that we need to be aware of there. Well, what I really need to do is be able to test it, and the only way I can think of to test it is to put it into place. Now I need to get... I think I should have a bucket of milk there. I have. Let me get myself some of you going, and a bit of that going. We'll pop you down, pop you away. Where to pop this for the time being? That's a good question. Yeah, you can go there for now. And we'll stick my milch in it. And we'll also get that milk in it now. Eventually we'll be able to do multiple milks per session, and we'll also have multiple cattle. So I need to get, that's 2 basically. Let me just seal it. I mean, I don't think it needs to be sealed, but we'll do that. Right, we need some alcohol. And to do alcohol, we need vinegar. So vinegar we make by putting some fruit, 10 of, in, now is it 10 per? Because that's going to be expensive otherwise to get 1,000 millibuckets to get 1 bucket of. I might need to just double check these, because, you know, obviously we can use ironberries. If I had ironberry trees, I'd be thinking about that. But anyway, we need to make some whiskey or mead. We can't make mead because I haven't got honey, I don't think. Honeycomb. 8 millibuckets makes 8 in a brewing barrel. Okay. Is that going to work? I don't know. I mean, what's in an apiary? It's not too bad actually. For some reason I thought they had stuff in them. Let's go, what was it? 6. See whether they can do it with those heavier. And blocks. As I said, I don't believe this will make a difference, but we might as well put it near the remaining crops. Now, have I got any bees? I have. Let's go and pop those down there and see what happens. Yeah, mix of things I want to do today. Not least of which I say I want to try and expand that out. But I also would like to take the horse out and do a little bit of exploration around in some areas that we haven't covered, or try and get further out, because if we can find some more wheats and the like, then we can if I pop you, I wonder whether I can get away with hovering it over the, I can, and then pop those in there. I don't think we'll see any. The experiment is going to involve 2 farms, one on either side of the lake, roughly the same kind of wetness and all that stuff when we come to do it. But for now, that can go there, because it will make honey for me. Right, what to do next? Let's have a look at this and see what I need to, for starters, see what wood I need to actually manufacture that. I think that might be hickory. Yes, you are hickory, right. And next question, do I have any hickory? I've got a little bit of hickory slabbage, but then everything else, I've got a little bit of hickory lumber, so I must have some hickory somewhere. Chestnut? Well, I don't have to have hickory anywhere actually, if I'm honest. These are all chestnut still. I think it's all chestnut. I don't think I've actually found hickory logs at all. Right, so a simple solution is going to be use chestnut. I've got a feeling these are right. That I need to be careful with. Let me go and grab some chestnut and make up some chestnut blocks for starters. So, do that lot. Make up 32 blocks. It's not a million miles off from hickory, so it kind of does what I want. And we get 8 per, so we are actually getting the correct number. That's enough of those. So let's look. Let me very carefully remove that and place that. I could actually mix in a little bit of the hickory slabbage, couldn't I? That actually might not look too bad. I'll have to go down and get them, of course. Carefully removing these one by one because these are gravity affected blocks and will therefore, let me go and grab these. Don't want to waste them. Yeah, we'll do that and we'll mix in the odd. My good grief. Is the sun going down already? Well, I'm going to continue pushing this out, and I'll be back with you in a second, I suppose. All right, it's another day. We've got the drawbridge in, kinda. It defies logic. It's hanging in the air. You know, it is not it's not a sensible drawbridge, shall we say. How much actual grain? Oh, we've got a reasonable amount. So I'm paranoid that I'm going to have enough grain to familiarise those animals to the point where we can milk them and also make any well, we're going to make mead, aren't we? So hopefully we're going to make mead. Right, boing. So we got these guys down here we need to sort out first. That's our morning routine. You are familiarised. You are not, and you are not, but it doesn't matter because you will be in a moment. And then let's go and have a look at I was about to go, let's go, hi-ho, let's ride the horse. No, let's look at the drawbridge. So the drawbridge comes across to here. We're going to have to build up this bit of land here, and then part way across I've got this. Now, obviously we can just wander across like so. And in fact, I could potentially just get rid of all of those and just have two in the middle. It just kind of adds to the symmetry if they're all there. Let's go and have a look at these bees, see whether they've done anything. I know there's only two in there, so I don't know whether they'll have. Actually, we could get some more, couldn't we? There's a rustic hive there. But more importantly, have they actually? Oh yeah, and there's 32 honey already. Wow, that's you know, we use you to make honey in a crushing tub, and we use that in a brewing barrel which we can't access yet. Okay, honey is a non-starter, but we'll have those while we're at it. So we're back to the drawing board. I also want to find some dark stone, so I think we will take a trip out. Just because sometimes it's just nice to go for and explore stuff. Now, in terms of where we can explore on the horse from here, well, there's a whole load of terrain over this way. So, yeah, there's nothing to stop us doing that. So let us go and have a look, shall we? And see what we can find. Hopefully it doesn't kill me or my horsey. He's not the fastest horse in the world, but he's my horse. And ultimately, it's his legs doing the work, not mine. So that's a win as far as I'm concerned. Now we need to obviously come out away from. We do need to do some serious copper mining as well. I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to it, and I think that is probably the crux of the issue here. Is I know that I've got to do the prospecting and all that stuff, and it's one of the things that is both fun with. Oops, hello. Fun with Terra Firma Craft. I need to get off of my horsey and quickly loot this. No, I need to sort it out. Bang, there we go. Where'd he go? Bloody horses. He's returning to somewhere. Pardon me, little frog in my throat. I can't get that. He got through there, but I can't. That's not fair. Note to self, pack a lead and a... always pack a lead and a hoofer, what's-him-a-jig, thingamabobbits. And I'll be marking these on. I'll worry about colours later if wow, they really are chucking those meteors down, aren't they? Yeah, so I'm going to keep running. I'm going to hopefully find some ripe materials, and I shall be back in a little while. It's no good. I've got to go back. I made myself some stuff, but I forgot I've not actually got my leashes. This sheep over here, which would be interesting. I want to try something out as well. So we're going to head back. It's not been a terrible expedition. Oh, except for when you get your horse stuck in a berry bush. That's not a good idea. Well, we have come away with quite a bit of food, which is good, but it's getting dark. And I think what we need is a means... Well, we definitely need a... Oh, hello. We definitely need to get her back before darkness falls. That's a biggie. So, yeah, let's see if we can do that and get away from all these night predators, because what we really don't want is to lose our horse on our first proper outing. That would be embarrassing. I will see you when I get back, hopefully. Yeah, we got back all right. Do need a drink. Got a reasonable bit of food. I do need to make sure that I have got at least 2 of those in my backpack, along with those. I think that will be sufficient. We'll stick you and you away while we're at it. The rest of that is wooden blocks and seeds, and there's a log which I need a home for. There we go. Right, 20 grain. I'm going to grind that down and we are going to make beer. It's 1 for every 500, so basically I also need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also need to think about this while we're at it. In fact, let me go down then. How are you doing? Let's go down and get a fill up. Yeah, so we'll get this going. Again, I don't have I mean, there's so many buildings I need to build. There's a brew house, there's a brew house, and there's a brew house, and there's a brew house. Oops. And there's a brew house, and there's a stable, and there's all these other things we've got to build. And there's too many. I'm at that kind of early stage where everything is a bit overwhelming, trying to get everything done in time. So, yeah, forgive me if I'm a little bit scatterbrained or absent-minded even. But this will give us beer. Then we need to work out whether we can, how much fruit we need sticking in. It didn't need to be much, and I also, but it says 10 per bucket, which is a lot. Now the big question is, are we still sticking a bucket of vinegar in with 9 buckets of milk? because that will be a big decision maker. If we're not, then, you know, a bucket might be enough. And, you know, my suspicion is those kind of, that 1 to 10 is probably a bit high for curdling milk, but I don't know. I can't honestly say that I've ever really made cheese, so maybe I'm wrong, who knows. But at least with this, we'll then be able to use a waypoint to go, and we'll just put a waypoint down called horse. So whenever, oops, hello. Whenever we go out, we'll, there we go, 20 beer. Beer cooking, right, beer get. I'm in favour of that message. Yeah, so we're going to wait for the morning. I'm a little bit stuck for good rock, although that might do the trick. Let me have a look. We need you, and just like that before. Yeah, just give me a couple of those going for now. So how to do a chain in Terra Firma Craft. Is somewhat awkward, because what you could put blocks in like this, and that would go, you know, well, it wouldn't look bad, it wouldn't look good, it just looked like too big. This is always the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I think first things first, I'm going to build myself a safety net, because I need to work off of the edge of this, and then we'll grab some, or maybe timber, just for the simplicity's sake. Let me just go down here. Obviously I can't do the usual dirt safety net, that's not going to play. So let me go and grab a few bits and pieces, and I'll be back in a second. Why do the rustic candles burn forever? Sorry, completely unrelated, but that's the way my mind works. Let me just take those and make 2 stacks of 32 mate. I can always chop these back down. So what we're going to do is, first things first, build myself a little safety net on the edge here. And then if I'm going into that, we're going to go there, 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 and there. This is actually going to break sooner rather than later, but that is absolutely fine. And then we're going to take you, and we are going to, now this is where life gets interesting, because I know I haven't got enough inventory space for this. No, come here, Alt. So if I do that, yeah, you see, this is where we have the issue. But then set you to go into big block mode, and then go grab those. Hopefully I'm not going to waste not, want not. At least I can get back up and across easily until we build this up. I think we can come up with something that looks a little bit chain-like, whilst, you know, actually not being a chain. So let's do these one block at a time, actually. So let's do one there as well. And if I'm going to play, I'm just going to place that down as a template block, I think, because it's probably going to be easier than take a quarter, place it to take a quarter, place it. Then rinse and repeat on the other side. okay, we can do that. First things first, I've got some cows to go and do. So I'll sort those and I'll get that done and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, we got the chains in and I am playing around with some ideas now. I've been playing with chisels and bits, so that actually does not look too bad. Now I'm fairly certain I could improve it, probably by, in fact, let's see, shall we? If I were to go... That would definitely make it more chain-like, wouldn't it? Let's leave it for now, because one, I don't really have very good chisels, and two, things I'm playing with something else. Now, at the same time I'm playing with that, I'm playing with this. And this is my portcullis design. Now, we've got a slight problem. These are slabs, so we do need to fix that issue. I also need to check my beer. Still going, that's fine. Okay, but we can take you and give you a refill. And we're going to need to get another 3 wheat for the thing. Let me just actually go and see how, if anything, any difference has been made over here again. It's not a horde night. Yeah, I think if we turn those into chains, that would be good. Rather as opposed to not chains. I know that makes no sense whatsoever, but you see, I'm not seeing any significant crop increase there. These, I think, are still pretty much where they were. I mean, that's got to 90. So my suspicion is rustic bees will not make a difference. But water flows will capture me. But I'm going to do a little bit of chisels and bits and try and get a half-open portcullis design and make that chain look a little bit more chain-like. Because that would be good. I mean, stone chisels are cheap. We've got plenty of this shale, so might as well. Got nothing to lose. So first off, I'm going to go. We haven't got the. In fact, let me just have a look at the blueprints. No, it's okay. Let's have a look at chisel and bits. Let's try chisel and. Have you lost that ability? Oh no, you're there. So designs, bucket of water. So negative is redstone, which we haven't got, but we have got lapis. Haven't got paper though. Don't think. Have got paper. I happen to know where there's some lapis. Let's go solve this problem immediately. It's going to be a bit of a pain with regards the chisels, because again, they're not brilliant chisels, but let's go and get that piece of that lapis and get ourselves a chisel design. Positive chisel design. We'll work with what we got. I'll be back in a sec. Right, it's another day. Portcullis design is coming along. It's not going to be like this, obviously. It's going to be up there. This side of the chain is completely done. I just need to take out the build blocks. I'm happy with that. It's not perfect, but you know what? You get the idea from it. And there are certain limitations to what we can do within this pack. So you need familiarizing. You need familiarizing. Who's not been? I can't tell which one's being done now. We'll find out. And it looks like we can actually milk 3 of them. I'll do 2. Not you. You'll do. Don't want to milk a bull. I make that joke every season, but it's true. Yeah, so this is starting to look like a castle. Now, I still need something for the gates. I'm not entirely sure what I need for the gates yet. I'm thinking pine wood would be interesting. It certainly would be different. And that is not there yet. Okay, that's fine. I do need to drink. And that's why I have 2. Right. So with that done, what I need to do is do this on this side. I need to take all of this out, and thank God for Quark and its ability to place blocks underneath things. That's all I will say. That made life very easy for this particular bit. But yeah, that works. I know, and I also realise that the drawbridge is probably taller than the gate. I mean, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would go way up to there, which it kind of doesn't make sense, but who said it has to make sense, eh? Right, back to... Oops. Back to chiseling. Oops, that's not what the button I wanted. That is... Nope. That is what I wanted. And yeah, so I am going to continue doing this. And if I can control my keyboard correctly, I think we can just about pull that off from there. And once you've got this is actually relatively straightforward, because it's a couple of blocks there, a couple of blocks there, rinse and repeat over here. But to do that, we need to get the old oops, no, the old hoover going like so. Once you've got that in place, then this is easy, because then you're just going to come in and do the same. And we also want to come across to about here, because this makes life very easy. And we just need to keep our eye on, not there, there. That, and from here on it becomes super duper easy, because all we're going to do is we're going to take you, we are going to copy that, and we're going to do that. And again, keep our eye on the inventory space, because what we don't want to do is overflow. And we don't even waste any of these bits, because I'm using these for that, because it looks suitably metal-like. I mean, it's obviously not metal, but given that iron is sometime off in our future, this is relatively straightforward. I really miss Chisels and Bits. I'm glad it's in this pack. I'll be even happier when I've got the right tools for the job, so to speak. But right now, that is sufficient. It doesn't really take a great deal to take the scaffolding out and let's go and have a look, and then I'm going to try and get the portcullis done, which is going to need probably a couple more chisels, so I'm going to have a whole blocks of stone. I'm going to have to change those slabs out, but that works. I think that is definitely a working thing. So what I'm going to need now is a few of these. Now if I'm going to, let me have a look at this, I think it's about here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So what we're going to actually have going on here is a block. This is going to be awkward. I need to do a little bit of shuffling. We're going to get you in placement mode, so we can do that. We're going to clear that, and we're going to copy you. This is going to be definitely awkward. And we're going to get you in placement mode, so we can go like that. We're going to copy that, and again placement mode, so we can do that. So that's kind of what I'm after. And then we're going to be taking that in, oops, hello, getting back to the right, in that mode. Ah, damn it. We need the niece and not the like so. Then you take that and you place it there. And again, this doesn't make sense, you know, the portcullis would go through the roof, not into a gap like that. But the one thing I'm not trying to make here is sense. So, you know, take it as it is. And we're going to stick a little bit under the bottom of these as well. And the idea here is we'll probably, let me have a look. Let's do connected plane. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just go to single bits, and we'll again connected plane 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll go to, I think that's about all we can do actually. So that just kind of comes down to a point. And then this will be connected plane all the way. Maybe take it, no, I think it would come all the way down, wouldn't it? Yeah, that works. Right, another chisel, because I'm going to wear one out in a moment. And I'll continue this. Oops, back in a moment. All right, another day, another dollar. We've completed the portcullis. We've got the drawbridge done, or at least as done as we're going with it. We need to go and grab a little bit of grain to familiarise our cubistes again. We also need to grab a couple of sandwiches to feed ourselves. And yeah, once we've got wheat going, once we've got cheese going, we'll be golden. What have I got in the way of grains? Nothing in there. I've got 2 of those and 1 of those. Right, let's go and have a look at what we've done. It's raining again, but you know. So we got a portcullis. It's hanging down, and it's got little spiky bits on the end, and everything is fine. We have got a drawbridge, and that goes across. Still need to build this up, and I still need to come up with some support structure under that side. That doesn't make any sense at all. And let's have a look what we got. Right, you're good. You're good. Where's the bull? And you're good. Right, and we can do some milking while we're here. I'm just doing a cobble. It's no massive rush. We haven't got any vinegar yet to use. But milking the cattle will make a lot of sense, so we shall do that. I'm hoping that this isn't a mistake, this drawbridge, but we'll find out one way or the other. I don't know how long this takes, but we'll find out. It's going to take longer than a day or two, I imagine. So that only needs 2 more buckets, and we're ready to make cheese. Anyway, let me check how long I have been recording first, and I'll be back in a second. Well, I think that looks reasonable. I'm going to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. We've been going about 41 minutes. I've just spent a quick 5 minutes tidying up this lot. I had to basically throw a whole load of dirt down here, however, just because there was no way that was ever going to stand up without some support. It has also destroyed one of the lights down here, so we do need to replace that, but it's not the end of the world. I've got a feeling we should be getting ready for an invasion very shortly, because I'm not sure how many days in game I've been hammering on it, but there's certainly a few, and we're starting to get there. I need to work out how I'm going to light all of this lot, which is why I'm interested in the rustic candles. Because, you know, well, presumably we can make the candles. I don't think we can make the candlesticks, or you can make them in silver, which is interesting. And gold, obviously, we've got the iron. But you can make just a candle on its own. Basically. And obviously these will be interesting going forward when we start to get to lighting as well. But right now, silver lamps, lantern, yeah. But it's still immersive engineer. I don't know whether molten silver we can do in a crucible with silver ore. That can be cast into an unshaped silver, which will obviously give us that. All right, we're getting there, I think, is the long and short of it. And all being well, we should have beer soon, so we should then be able to try and make the vinegar, because after all, we don't want beer, we want vinegar. And stable, I think, will go here. That's my probably my next build, so we can bring the horse in, and I should be able to hopefully get through that without taking damage. I don't know, we'll find out. If I have to, well, you know what, if I have to, we get off and lead it through. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that's worked out. Then until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.